The City Council took up an issue on safety today as well, an issue concerning their own safety when it comes to facing the public. At issue is some members saying threats to them have become so frequent and have been happening inside and outside the chamber that it's time to ask for the state to help and crack down on these kinds of threats against them and other public employees. But again, this is some members of the council, not all. The vote was today a yes to get this help if it can from the state, but it was a close one. Here is some of what was said by members who want the state help to crack down on the threats.
This is not about being left-wing or right-wing. This should be apolitical. We've made it clear that they deserve protections while conducting their business, but increasingly, people are being targeted at home, in the Skyway, in the apartment elevators. We need, as a body, to take a collective stand, and this is one way to do that.
After going to the NICU during the day and worrying about my baby who was struggling to breathe, I would have to come home, keep my 3.5-year-old in the car while I searched around the perimeter of our house for pipe bombs. So these have an effect on our families. These have an effect on whether people even run for office in the first place.
On the other side, members of the City Council who also get threats, but who feel strongly that it's the wrong move to further criminalize the idea of protest or civil disobedience.
I'm seeing some council members conflate the protests that have happened here, specifically in the last council meeting with January 6th or other right-wing racist protests. And it's very dangerous to conflate the two. It's dangerous, and it's a dangerous line of rhetoric when we conflate Black and Indigenous residents' genuine and justified fear about a harmful city-led project with extreme violence.
I've faced as many threats as anybody up on this dais. I don't condone it, and I don't think any of us should condone it. But I don't think that increased criminalization has ever been an effective solution to threats.
A majority of members ultimately passed that amendment to ask the state for help, like I said, but that's where we don't know what will happen next. It will either have to piggyback on some piece of legislation already introduced there, or there's going to have to be a whole new law be made to be heard by lawmakers, and that's going to have to happen pretty quickly.